Okay, boom, bam, boom. Wagwan, my ASSO followers. I hope everybody's blessed. I hope you guys are playing Airsoft safely. I hope you're developing your skills and enjoying. I have been dropping a lot of content recently, so I hope you guys like, share, subscribe, and if you haven't seen any of the latest stuff, go and have a look. There's bear, and even go and check out our shorts. The short section is full of videos. If you're into Call of Duty, there's stuff there. If you're into reviews, there's stuff there. And then I think I've just got like lots of videos of gameplay and shit like that. So I just wanted to do a quick one. We got some new goodies today. All this stuff, I ordered some stuff. Funny enough, they came really quick, funny enough. So I ordered a laser. I've been saying I want a laser, and I had a laser before, a red one. If you haven't seen it, check the channel. The whole unboxing review and everything's on there. Plus I've got a couple videos where I talk about it being on the kit. However, it's not currently on the kit, if you notice. Like, there's nothing on the front right there. So yeah. Yeah, I decided to go for a green one. That's why it has the green dot. I wanted something unique. You know what I'm saying? Unique to me. Plus my sight is green as well, so I thought, you know, go matching green and green. Even today, you know what I'm saying, green. So we're just gonna unbox. Comes in a similar box like that. Cool, straight off the top. Obviously comes with a battery, Allen key, which is quite cool, so they don't have to give you a battery. Comes with some sort of manual. So from what I can see, one side kind of shows you like where it sits, how it can sit there. And then you have the other side. I believe I know how it works anyway. So we go and just check this back in the box. There's this cutout holder thing. I believe that's what holds the thing in place in the box. Then we have a USB Type-C cable. I'll probably attach that to my gun, to be honest, just so that the scope cam can actually charge. And I might even just leave it connected as well, so that it's just a straight charge. Like, I just have to plug in one end, if that makes sense, to the charger. Then goodies. Straight off the box, out the top, I kind of felt like when I first opened the box, it was like I really paid 30 quid, or I think I paid like 25 quid or something for this. But trust me, after looking around it quite a bit, my opinion was changed. So you will see it has the front right there. That's, I believe, where the laser shoots out of, which you'll see shortly. You have your charging slot, Type-C, right at the top. There looks like there's some kind of adjustment thing right there also. I'm gonna have to look into what that does actually adjust. I'll read the booklet, and then there's a same one right, that similar looking thing. I don't know if you can see it right at the edge, the side, and then same with that side as well. I put into it. Oh no, there's only two of them. So one at the top, and then one on the right hand side. Then you have like this like flathead interturnable screw looking thing. I don't know if you can see it right there. Hopefully the camera will eventually focus. Boom. And I believe that's how you either loosen or tighten it once it's on your gun. I'm not sure. I'll basically do another updated video with this on a gun. I think I'd have to look into if I would like it on a pistol. The problem is right now is my pistols are currently soaking in oil. because I'm using a new type of oil to just like keep everything lubricated. So I'm leaving them to soak right now, so I can't even show you guys with it on there. But I think what I would do is, because it looks like it's quite an easy attach and detach, I will put it on a gun at some point and just show you guys the updated version. At the back, and it's quite good because it's firm. One thing, like I said, when I first took it out of the box, I thought, right, I got robbed, bruv. I paid like, yeah, if I'm correct, like 28, 30 quid for this. 25? I'll have to check the app at some point and get back to you guys. But I think I paid about 25 to 28 quid for this. And I kind of felt like, what the fuck did I just pay 30 quid for? But it's normally the lasers come and they're plastic. So that was one thing where I was like, okay, this is metal. Like the frame, the whole frame of it, even like the arms at the bottom that sit on the rail, I noticed that they're metal. The frame itself is metal. And even like the buttons, so it has these two buttons, they're on and off buttons. One there and one at the other side. Show you guys them quickly. One there, I don't know if you can see it right at the end. So you can click it and click it again. And same with the other side, you can click it and click it again to turn it off. So yeah, like the more I look over this thing is the less I feel like I got robbed. However, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the value, you're paying that money for the ability to be able to Type-C charge. Like the biggest difference I see in overall quality compared to like, say I compare this to because I have another laser, a red laser. Size wise, this is bigger than the other laser. That's one thing I will say. The other laser is probably like about that big. So it's not by much, yeah? Probably about the tip of my pinky, man said finky, pinky. Difference in terms of size. Weight wise, they probably weigh roughly about the same. The other one I would say is a bit like, where some of it's plastic and this is fully metal. And yeah, I feel like what you're more paying for, even like the arm is basically the same thing, because this looks like it's plastic and no, it's metal. The twisty thing to tighten basically it to your slide. It's metal, but it's a cheap metal. You can see it's not the most expensive metal, and they've just sprayed it black, which is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? This is what you're paying for, right? Something effective, and it does what it says on the tin. Plus, I'm presuming if I want a top grade laser, I'm probably gonna have to spend something close to like 50 or 100 pounds. Whereas this is a 25 quid, 28 quid thing. Plus, like I said, I just didn't want to use batteries. Some people are probably like, why did you pay that much for a laser? I got tired of using batteries. The one thing with the other one was, it was so cool. It was such a good laser, but it was red. I had no option. So that was the first thing. I wanted a green laser. The second thing was, it's like, it would always work when I didn't need it. But when I was in the position where I needed it, it wouldn't work. And I'll explain it. It's not that the item, so if you check the video on my channel for the red laser that I had, I'm not trying to give it a bad review. What I'm essentially trying to say is this. I felt like anytime I needed, so I'll give you an example. Anytime I was at home and my friends were around or family members were around and they were like, oh, it's cool, can I have a look at that? Yeah, you get it? The laser would work for dumb things like that, that's not important. But when it came to things like, how do you explain it? Like, okay, I'll give you an example. There was 2 games I went to. There was a game I went to AP, and then there was a game I went to Splatoon. Both bloody days, it just didn't make no sense. It's like, I've tapped the laser on, I can't see the laser. But then when I go into buildings and tap the laser, it's working. So I'm just like, bruv, what the fuck? It's like, how do you work or don't you work? And then there was a time when I was in a kill house, and I'm going through the kill house, and then I tapped the laser on, it's working perfectly fine. So I'm thinking, what was the difference? Because the lighting was exactly the same. Like, the kill house is an outdoor kill house, so it's like, yeah, there's probably shade in between the kill house, because obviously there's rooms and corridors and shit like that, but it kind of left me confused, because I was just like, you're still getting the sunlight beaming from the top. So, and it was a really sunny day, so I was just like, it doesn't even make sense. It works sometimes, but it doesn't work. So that was that. And plus the other thing was, it was half plastic. So at 2 points in the day, I'd like run past something and my gun had hit. And it was the part of the gun where the laser was. I noticed it fell off. At one point I tried to cable tie it back on, and the cable tie just wasn't strong enough to hold it throughout the whole day, so it lasted for probably like 2 more games and then fell off again by the time I finished that second or third game. So yeah, so I basically wanted to upgrade for those reasons. Straight off the top, like, I'm already gassed the fact that it USB charges, because I shouldn't have that problem where it's dying when I need it. Oh yeah, and the third time it happened was one time I went to go and use it, and we're in a dark location, so it would have been so perfect. It was in like containers, so we're going from like container to container to container, and it's just dark consistently. And I flipped it on and it just looked sick for about probably 10 seconds, and then before you know it, it just dim and died. And because it's not USB, even though I did have the charging pack like I do on the kit, like you can see I've got it on the kit, it wasn't USB, it was one of them battery things, so it was like, how do you do that on the field? Plus I didn't have a backup battery, so that was a bit annoying. So yeah, I just feel like I just have to test this out, and I will review this over time. I'll probably do like a 3-month review, like you guys can see it's green. And I don't know if you guys remember when we done the red one. The red one I feel like wasn't as powerful as this one. I can see it already. It's like the red one was powerful, but even me now looking at the wall and how it beams off the wall, it's like I can feel a heat as I touch this laser. The other laser, I didn't feel that. So I'll give you an example, like as small as it is, and as, yeah, some people say, oh, it's not the most powerful laser. It's like, as I'm touching it, I genuinely can feel something trying to penetrate my hand. The other laser wasn't like that. And this is how I know this is a proper laser. Even when I would point it at the camera like this. Yeah, it was like, check the other video and you'll see that I'm not capping. Yeah, it was flashing similar to this, but if you notice at points, depending on where I flash the laser, it's almost like the camera's blacking out. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I can see it's like every time I hit a certain spot on the camera, yeah, it basically does that. So I reckon from the get-go of this, like, this is a better laser. It looks more powerful, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it just looks more firm. The other one, it was good, but it just wasn't firm. Like I felt like it was, even this, it reflects. That's really good, so I can bounce it back off mirrors. The other one, it would go into the mirror and kind of just disappear. It wouldn't reflect back. This is reflecting, so I'm reflecting it off a mirror I've got over there, and it's bouncing back off this onto this wall on that side, even though I'm pointing it the opposite way. So far so good. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I even like the cool fact that both sides, so I could click that side to turn off and click it to turn on again, and if I wanted to, I could click the other side to turn off and click it also to turn on again. And I just think that's a cool option to have, because then it doesn't, there's times where you have it on a gun and it's like, you might be a left-handed person, you also might be a right-handed person. This gives you the option. So for me, this, I'm gonna rate this very highly so far. I'm gonna rate this at about a 7.5/an 8. I don't want to go any higher, just because I don't know, maybe when trying to put it on my gun I might run into problems, and this might be the thing that gives me the feedback to show me, oh, it's maybe not as good as I think. However, do you know what that is? It's a charging case. The only thing that's a bit confusing for me is, why give me a battery if it's rechargeable? So I think that's something I'm gonna have to look into. I'm gonna have to open it and kind of figure that out, because I'm just like, that doesn't even make any sense. Why do I need a battery if it's rechargeable? That's actually a good point. It literally just hit me as I was sitting here looking at it. So maybe let's try and undo this and just have a look quickly. So I've just taken the Allen key and those 2 bolt things I showed you earlier. I'm just removing the first one. So I just want to see if it will unlock something that I'm not currently seeing. So that's the first one out. Put that somewhere safe. And so far I can't see anything, so hopefully the side one activates something. Give me a sec, peoples. Just so we have answers, because I hate having things that I don't know how it works, or I don't know the benefits of how it comes. And you see, it doesn't seem to undo anything. Unless I'm missing something. I'm just gonna screw off this bottom bit as well, where it would bolt on, just to see if that's what's holding it together currently. So that's off. Take that side off. Yeah, it doesn't look like it does anything. So I'm just like, why did they give me? Okay, at some point, I'm gonna probably take the whole thing apart and do some detective work, but it doesn't seem like those two screws do anything. I think they're just bolt screws to hold it all together. But then still my confusion is, why did they send me a battery? Because it's a rechargeable one, so maybe that's just like a manufacturer's fault thing. So I'm just putting in a small bolt that came out, and it's a screw, it's not a bolt. A screw. You make sure you don't lose those, because they're so tiny, guys, that they are so easy to lose. Like, look at that. I don't know if you guys can even see that on the camera. Look how tiny that screw is. But yeah, but it doesn't look like it does anything. Me being curious, George, I wanted to take it off just to see. And there's two screws at the back as well, so I'm thinking maybe what I needed to do was take those two out and those two screws, and then it would open some kind of compartment and show me something. So we'll probably have to give that another go, but at some point. But I just think, I'm a person, part of the reason why I bought the USB one was because I didn't want to have to open up. You see, one thing I didn't like with the other laser was, it was cool because yeah, you could take it apart and have a look, but and if you guys suffer with hay fever, you know what I'm going through right now. But yeah, so I'll have to probably give that another test. Like I said, I didn't really want to do too much opening and undoing and opening and undoing, because sometimes you end up like doing damage to something that the company just didn't want you to touch or intend you to do anything to. So I tried to, unless I need to open it and do any adjustments, I tried to avoid doing that, because you just end up wasting your own time and energy. But yeah, straight off the top, I'm just literally putting it back together quickly so you guys can see it in one piece again. And yeah, so far so good. Like I said, I would rank it very high. It does this thing. I just would like to see it on the gun. It's a nice way, and just see how accurate it is type thing. Cause I think that was the first thing that threw me off on the other one. It was like, it was cool, it just wasn't accurate. And for me, I'm always like, I don't want to sound moany, but I'm just gonna always be that guy who's gonna point shit like that out, because there's no point selling me something that looks so cool but doesn't do the one thing I need it to do. So that was the one bad thing I would say about the other one. But for a beginner, like let's say my brother, he said he wanted to join Airsoft, I would give him that what's it called, that now I'm losing my thoughts, that laser, there we are. I'd give him that laser just because I think it's a nice place to start. It even helps you work out if you even want a laser, and if you do get a laser, what type of laser you'd want, whether it's something small like that, and it had like a top rail so you could attach like a sight on top of it if you wanted to. It was actually a good little laser. It's just, I think I came into Airsoft knowing what I wanted. So I think that's, like, if I'm to be honest, I think that's a waterproof rating. But yeah, I kind of came into Airsoft knowing what I wanted. So anytime I do come across anything, whether it's a gun, like I say I use my friend's gun, or say I go to a shop and I have a look around, I always know straight away, oh, I'm interested in this, or I'm not interested in this, because I kind of built up an idea of what I'm looking for. And even as I watch videos and educate myself, I do a similar thing. So I think that's something you guys should do as well, via why these videos exist. Second, no means least, I finally got the sights that I was telling you guys about in the other video. So this is the sight that is meant to be on the HO21 Spectre arms. It's just a beautiful sight. Like, I don't even want to say too much about it. Like, it's a banging sight. It's called the F55-3 graphic sight, and then the sight actually looks like that, and then it comes in red and green. This one, however, comes in both colors. So that's why I went for it, because then I have the options if I want to, like for example, one thing I found when I was using the Spectre Arms one was outdoors, green doesn't tend to work very well, because obviously you're running past trees, bushes, grass, leaves. Most of those things are green, so it's very easy to point your gun somewhere and not be able to see the actual sight dot just because you're pointing at a tree, for example. So it's nice to have the option, because then you can just flick it to red and you're okay. Whereas for me, in dark locations, I don't really like red, because I feel like red, for me at least, it makes me focus on the red itself rather than focusing on the fact that I'm looking through the sight. So in those kind of dark locations, I'd flick on green, because green reminds me that, yeah, I'm here to ensure that you can see, but don't focus on the sight itself, focus on what's beyond the sight. Sounds silly, but these are just things I've learned about myself and just the way I like to train. Or not even just train, but like play the game. So straight off top, obviously it comes in cardboard box. It gives you some information on the side. It looks like it comes in black and tan color from what the box says. Inside it comes with one battery, elevated adjustment, windage adjustment. I don't know what that is. Windage, okay, windage adjustment. Latch locker, and a battery cap. So yeah, that's quite cool. So we're gonna bust the box for ya. Top off. Again, I love it. They always send a nice little explanation booklet. Single transfer battery. This one's very, very basic. Very, very basic. Just so you guys can actually see. Which ain't a bad thing. I think I said this about Raven as well. Like, I like companies who don't overly. Sometimes companies can send you bare shit in the box and it really just is bullshit. Bare unnecessary paperwork, bare attachments and accessories you're never ever gonna fucking use. If you're gonna send me stuff that I actually am like, do you know what? I appreciate they sent me this because I'm gonna need that, or I'm gonna need a more up to grit like pro one soon. But I'm glad they sent me this because this starts me off. Like, send me important things in the box. So they sent like some kind of YP cloth, which again, you see what I'm saying? Send me things that I actually need. I'm gonna need something to clean my lens. So perfect, thank you. So then inside the box, obviously the sight itself. I like this because it comes with like a little cushiony thing in there. So if you ever wanted to use this box to carry your sight again, or take it off or resell it, you have the option. So that's really cool. And that's all that comes in the box. So we're gonna have a look at our sight. Quite excited about this one. I've been meaning to get it, so I don't know what that is. Somebody tell me in the comments what that is. I think it's that thing like rat poisoning to stop creatures and things eating through the packaging. I think that's what it is. So here we are. One of the things that I found so cool was this marking on the side for law enforcement and military use. Because I was just like, raw, if military and law enforcement use this site, bro, it must be damn good. And it feels damn good, to be real. This is why I grabbed it, car. Like I said, the HO2 has the same thing on it, and I just thought from using that, I really enjoyed it. I feel like it's useful, it does what you want, and it's a good build. It's solid metal, so solid metal. The lenses look real beautiful, clean cut. And then like they said, I believe there's different adjustments. So if I want to move the sight down and up, so up and down I can, and left and right, and you've got like these little two knobs that you can turn. I don't know if it will show you on the sides, but it does say up and down and left and right. But you need a flat head to obviously turn it. what else? I see this thing right at the end here. I believe that's the wind adjustment or the battery adjuster. I believe that's what it is. I need to have a look. Okay, yeah, so do you see it's what holds the battery in? Because I was thinking, what the hell? Where is the battery? And if anybody knows, can I charge these? Because when this finishes, what do I do? Lithium battery. Made in China. Yeah, so do not recharge. Okay, so this one I can't recharge. But if there's rechargeable ones, somebody bust me. Send me a link to where I can buy these batteries as well as buy the charger for it. So that goes right back in there. Battery goes back in there. You then put your knob on. And again, the knob it's got a flat head. And to be honest, it looks like flathead is gonna be the way forward with this particular adjustment. Yeah. So that's locked again. I may have to adjust it though. I'm not too sure I like where it's sitting, but that might just be me where I've got glasses on. Yeah, because it doesn't look quite center. It looks like it's a bit to the right. Yeah, it looks like a bit to the right if I'm correct. But maybe I'm bugging. We'll give it a test. So I don't know if the camera will allow you guys to see through it, but if you notice, you can see, yeah, it actually does allow you to see. That's really cool. Can't fully see it. I want you guys to see what it fully actually looks like. It's blurring it a bit. Let me try the red one. It's a bit blurry. There we are. So if you guys can see, you get your little sight through it. And it's quite cool that you can see it from that far. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The camera isn't necessarily right in front of me. It's a little distance away from me. And then obviously you got your green one. But for some reason your green one's blurring a bit. I think that goes back down to what I was saying before about some things, some colors will work a bit better in other certain locations. I found that same thing when I was using it as well. So it's normal. Just like most things, you can connect it to a rail. It has like this flat head again on the side that you turn, you can adjust to get it tight enough. So put it on your gun, then adjust, and it locks back into place, just so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. And then you got that flat head on the side. But yeah, like, there's not much to say about it. That's what comes in the box. I'm looking forward to chucking it on the gun. And yeah, it's a bit bulky, I will say that, but that's Modern Warfare style shit for you, right? They come bulky. But yeah, my two new upgrade attachments. I'm actually really looking forward to chucking them on the gun, to be real. And thank you for spending 29 minutes with me, people. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, share, and subscribe. This is ASSO Set Airsoft channel. Until we next meet, for attachments and goodies. Stay blessed, peeps.